Hi YouTube, welcome to another one of my videos of the Wolseley Restoration. I'm pretty sure this is part 4 now. I mentioned in the last Wolseley update these last two spectrum plate covers needed paint stripping. They didn't take long to paint strip with a sharp chisel. So they had their second coat now they have. So there's probably about another 3 to 4 more coats they've got to go on to it. So we've done a little oil cover as well. So I've got to build up the coats on them, and then I've got to do the raised lettering again in red. I don't know, originally when this Wolseley had, I got it, it had some original paint in places on the hopper. When I actually took the paint back this time, and I cleaned the metal up better this time, what I did when I first done the engine up, I noticed in the deep nooks and crannies, if you know what I mean, the casting, it was like black paint around the edge. So I don't know if it was a black around it, but I'm going to leave it all grey, just be easy. I did think about mixing a bit of black with a grey and just doing the edges a bit darker on the plates, but I'll see how it looks when it's done. So there you go, coat of paint. This is a repro of the water drain tap. This is a cast aluminium one. So I just had a couple of coats of black of spray paint. Take you over to the engine. It's looking certainly a lot different than what you've seen last time. The flywheel's back on with a new key I've made up, so there should be plenty of chances of removing the key and putting the flywheel back on again and off. So there's a new key in there. Like I said, the pulleys all been machined up. The flywheel I took outside the other day and put the disc grinder on it and just sanded it back a bit, so once it's running I should get rid of the pitting. It's not that bad as I originally thought it was. The pulley was the worst, but that's been done by a lathe, so we should be alright. But if it is going to bug me, I can always remove the flywheel again. The hopper's back on now. I got a new gasket for it when I was at the Much Marple Rally last weekend. It's not a copper one, it's a sort of original sort of asbestos repro, if you know what I mean, a fibre gasket. The lady which sold it to me had all gaskets with different type engines and transfers with engines and all the manuals with different engines, so she seemed to know what she was on about. She said as long as you clean the head and the surface off where it's going to sit, no gaskets, cement, no grease or nothing would be needed to bond the gasket in, so just clean it all up and drop the head on and bolt it on. But what I've heard by turning it over, I can't hear any air hissing out there, but you don't know till you put water in it, so I'm pretty sure it's alright. Exhausters on, carburetors on, mags on, it's bolted to his cast iron sliders now. I'm going to leave the edge of the gaskets orange. This makes it look a bit more of a nut and bolt restoration, which it has been on the outside, if you know what I mean. Got the cast iron sliders all, the adjuster bolts cleaned up and put back in. Put the drain off pipe on. Fuel tank needs another coat of paint in place, which I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video. I've got it all bolted on there now, so I just give it a thin coat of paint on the bits you see around while it's in place, so that should do that. So the drain off pipes there. I've made a sort of adapted a brass tap to fit the tank because it was a very small fitting going into a bigger fitting for a pipe. So I kind of been tapping and dyeing on bits of other metal and bushes and that, so I've been making it a decent tap. The crank sleeve is back on. 4 cast on wheels all painted up, ready to go on. I've got to get some new steel for a set of axles, and I've got to get some timber to build a new trolley, which should probably be in the next coming few weeks. I've done the spec plate original again. I don't know if I showed you that in the last video, but I'll show you again if I have. Just got a couple of coats of black paint and just cleaned off the raised lettering. I'll probably lacquer that at some point. So the piles of bits are getting quite small now. Just the dipstick has all been painted up, and that needs cleaning up, the wing nut just polishing. I said I need a few more coats. That needs another coat of black, and then I've got to make a fuel line up. I did have one I made up not long ago. It used to leak, but I cannot seem to find where I've put it at the minute, so I'll probably make a new one, which shouldn't leak, if you know what I mean. Well, I was away up Welland Rally last weekend. I picked up a lovely set of matching 4 cast-on wheels. They are about 7-inch diameter. 30 quid for the matching set of 4, so I couldn't leave them there for that. So they 4 I'm going to obviously do up, and I'm going to build a new trolley for the United this winter, hopefully, because it's not a very brilliant trolley on it. Plus we've been having fuel leaks, which we've sorted out now, so it'd be nice to have a matching set of 4 wheels on that one. Obviously got the Wolseley trolley to build. The Hercules are taking it up Hollington Hill in a few weeks time, so I'm going to put for sale on that one while running it. The Manca we're keeping up at the minute. Obviously the Manca needs a new trolley put out this winter as well, so let's say we do a bit at a time. Anyway, back to the Wolseley. Like I said, I've got a set of transfers. One will go here on the face and one will go on the end. I'm going to make a template on Word of 1947, which is the age of the engine. And I'm going to cut them out with a craft knife, and then I'm going to stick it on one end of the slider here and get a can of red paint and just spray it, and then have the 1947 on the cast iron sliding down the bottom here. So it look a bit different, but all in all I'm pretty pleased how it's coming along. I haven't yet decided. Once I get this engine done, I might show it a few times and decide to sell it on, but at the moment I'm going to keep it. I'm planning to get rid of some bits and pieces again. You probably hear me saying that all the time, but it's just nice to keep changing things and keep moving on, if you know what I mean. Like say now the Wolseley is one of the sort of basic engines out of my collection, if you know what I mean. So nothing against them. Like I said, I'll probably rally it a few times and then might decide to sell it on. We've also got a Leo pump to redo at some point. I've got the alternator to redo. I'm debating to put the alternator on the trolley and have a battery box and everything all in one trolley and just use it that way around instead of having it underneath again. Because I've got 4 wheels, matching set of 4 little aluminium ones. I'll take that rubber off, that's nasty. But 4 matching aluminium, and they're quite nice size as well compared to, I think they're about 6 inch or something. So. No, nice little ones, they'll come in handy. Yeah, so that's really all I can say on my update for you guys. So thank you for watching. We will keep you in touch as we go along with the rest of the restoration. It must be coming near the end now, really. Like I said, it'll be a bit of a break between doing the trolley and that now. I might have to make a video when I do the trolley. I'll see how I go. Normally when I tend to build trolleys, I just tend to hit an evening and just crack on and get on with it, if you know what I mean. So I'm just getting some bits done before weekend, and yeah, should be away. There will be a bit of a break on some videos at the minute because I've got to sort out my van in a couple of weeks' time. I'm going to do a bit of spraying on it. A friend of mine's going to do a bit of spraying on it for me, and I'm going to get it all prepped and primed and filled and everything ready just for top coat. So just the front arches and the back arches and the sliding door spraying. So it's not a massive job, but it will take time out of my Wolseley restoration, if you know what I mean. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Thank you ever so much. Cheers and gone.